Minecraft mod packs are almost as old as the game itself. The first one of them came out during the alpha days, this of course being the legendary Zombs mod pack, which I've covered a handful of times now. Mod packs changed the community and added many fresh things to the game, starting new trends and leaving a long-lasting legacy. In my previous video, I covered 10 ancient Minecraft mod packs that you may have forgotten about, so now it's time to do a part 2 as you all seem to love the first one. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into 10 more ancient Minecraft mod packs that you may have forgotten about. Coming out of the gate extremely strong, the one and only Voltz. Designed around the universal electricity modding platform, this tech-focused pack adds missiles, nuclear reactors, advanced machinery, and much more. For example, thanks to the atomic science mod, you can build particle accelerators or play around with nuclear physics. It's so weird to see this in Minecraft, I mean, seriously. Originally launched on the legendary Technic platform, Voltz featured mods like CCBM, the aforementioned atomic science, and modular power suits, allowing players to build their own stable power sources and start full-on technological warfare. Voltz became popular because of my go-to example of early YouTube Minecraft, the Yogscast, who started a massive 25 video-long series showcasing it. These videos not only showcased the mod pack's features, but also introduced it to the masses by presenting it in a fun and entertaining way, as, well, most of them did back then. What's fun is that I was actually a part of a pretty cool Voltz project literally 11 years ago, and I had no idea what I was doing, but it's some of my earliest Minecraft legacy left here on YouTube. The first version of the Voltz mod pack was published in January of 2013, and the last update went out March 3rd, 2015. However, thanks to the efforts of its community, the project is still alive through the Voltz community mod pack and Voltz Reborn, so the love hasn't died out yet. Whether you're reliving the nostalgia or you want to try the mod pack out for the first time, Voltz is definitely a mod pack to remember. Next one, Agrarian Skies, was a groundbreaking project that set a new standard for mod packs by combining the well-known concept of skyblock with a quest-based progression system. Agrarian Skies was made by Jaded Cat and released in April of 2014 on Feed the Beast. It quickly gained a massive popularity due to the mod pack being revolutionary for its time. It added numerous amazing features to the game, such as the quest system, custom recipes, and much more. It consisted of mods like Tinker's Construct, Thaumcraft, and X Astris. Players could choose from 3 different game modes, which determined what resources they'd start with. You start on a small floating island with scarce resources at your disposal, as is so with the entire skyblock genre. Thanks to the mods I mentioned earlier, you can craft custom tools and weapons, generate stuff from minerals, for example by sieving dirt to obtain seeds and materials, etc. Moreover, Agrarian Skies also introduces new game mechanics like automated farming, ranching, and much more. There's so much to the mod pack that I can't squeeze it all into a tiny section of my nostalgic list video. One of my favorite of the mods, called Infernal Mobs, adds random special abilities, enchantments, and buffs to already existing mobs, making them way stronger than ever. You never know what you'll get. It's Diablo enemies meets Minecraft mobs. Something about beefing up the vanilla Minecraft mobs tickles my modding fancy. Anyway, Agrarian Skies has been downloaded over 2 million times and influenced the design of many more projects that were released afterwards. It is truly Modpack Hall of Fame material. Agrarian Skies definitely started a massive trend in the modding community with skyblock content, but it's not the only mod pack on the list that took the skyblock concept and added its own twist to it. Stoneblock being another one of those. The Stoneblock mod pack flips the traditional skyblock concept by placing players deep underground instead of in the sky. The first version of Stoneblock was released in early 2018, and it evolved into several versions like Stoneblock 2 and, you guessed it, Stoneblock 3, which is the latest one. So not ancient per se by any means, but it was commented so many times on part 1 that I would have felt bad leaving it out. Is 2018 becoming nostalgic? Does anyone even remember what life even was like before COVID in 2020? Are we really getting that old? Existential crises aside, the original version included mods like Thermal Expansion and Ender IO. Not only did it add alternative methods of getting resources alongside new ores, but also new automation blocks and new weapons. Moreover, Stoneblock also adds alchemy, which allows you to convert materials and utilize transmutation capabilities. It was featured by creators such as Direwolf20 or Hypnotize, which gave it a massive boost in popularity. Overall, the mod pack turned out to be a great success and is to this day, especially its latest version, a very popular mod pack that every person who likes skyblock and wants a fresh take on the genre should try. Moving on to the next one, being GregTech New Horizons. Developed in 2015 by Dream Master XXL, the mod pack adds lots of new items, custom recipes, and a new progression system. Additionally, it also consists of over 3,000 quests, which helps players learn its ins and outs. 3,000 quests is absolutely insane. Those range from main quests, which unlock new tabs and generally progress in the quest book, to optional secondary quests, which don't have to be completed, but definitely are nice things to have. Most quests also reward players with items related to the theme of the quest, or loot bags that contain random items more or less important. Of the 3,000, there's also secret quests. Besides quests though, the mod pack heavily focuses on technological advancements such as electricity, power generators, circuits, and useful tools. Oh, and there's also magic stuff. I mean, seriously, the progression system of GregTech is so convoluted that anyone who's ever complained about the lack of progression and purpose in vanilla Minecraft would never get bored of it. Overall, with those intricate systems, extensive questing, and balanced blend of technology and magic stuff, GregTech New Horizons is still an extremely entertaining mod pack to play, and one that everyone who booted it up in 2015 fondly remembers. And speaking of huge mod packs loaded with content, we can't forget to mention CrazyCraft. This gem, released in 2015, consisted of 60 mods, ranging from those that added new creatures and biomes to the ones with advanced weaponry and technology. One of those mods, Ore Spawn, adds over 100 new creatures including bosses. Oh, Ore Spawn. What a tragic tale that is. Oh no. Anyway, CrazyCraft allows players to craft highly customizable weapons and armor, with some of them being 100 times stronger than diamond gear. If that's still not enough, the mod pack also consists of the Morph mod and Superheroes Unlimited mod, both only increasing the chaos it brings along with the name CrazyCraft. The Morph mod allows you to transform into any creature you kill, granting access to new amazing abilities, while the Superheroes mod adds suits of famous superheroes, which also gives you their abilities. I do not begin to have time to go through everything, but the original CrazyCraft was never updated past version 1.7. However, there are still updates to it as recent as 2020 with CrazyCraft 4.0. It's still in version 1.7, which honestly is pretty cool to see. To play CrazyCraft, you will need to download the Void launcher from the official Void's Wrath website. It's also worth mentioning that the mod pack can be played in both single player or with your friends. It really is, in every sense of the word, crazy. Now that we're halfway through the list, a quick reminder that I make tons of nostalgic Minecraft content like this, so remember to subscribe and also join my Discord so you don't miss anything or any news. Thank you. Now time to talk about a mod pack specifically designed for all the Dungeons & Dragons fans. You know who you are. Hexxit, mod pack released in 2013 for version 1.5.2 by the Technic team. Adds lots of RPG-like stuff to the game, including dungeons, obviously, ruins, and many more structures, which makes exploring your world 100 times better. Some of the mods that contribute to it are Chocolate Quest, which adds dungeons filled with mobs and traps. The absolutely legendary Battle Towers mod, which, as the name suggests, adds towers scattered across the world, which are pretty much dungeons but way more dangerous. And the long-time famous classic Twilight Forest, which adds a new dimension and bosses. Hexxit gained massive popularity through playthroughs posted on YouTube by creators like Sky Does Minecraft or the face of my nostalgic things list videos, the Yogscast. But there's much more to the story here. Thanks to the dedicated community, a new version of Hexxit was released for Minecraft 1.12.2, which is packed with even more content. Besides the things I mentioned already, Hexxit 2 includes improved versions of most of the major mods used by the original mod pack, like Chocolate Quest Report or Mo Creatures Extended. While a lot of mod packs die or get locked to a version forever due to their mods never being updated, it's amazing to see an extremely old mod pack that actually got the chance to move forward like this. If you love RPG games and Minecraft alike, it's definitely worth a try if you haven't, or a trip down memory lane if you have. The next mod pack is one of the most unique on our list, as it's the only one that offers a story-driven experience, and was also heavily requested on the last video. This is Blightfall. Blightfall was originally developed for Minecraft 1.7.10. You'd find yourself in a toxic alien world covered with this deadly purple biomass. As it later turns out, you are part of a colonization mission gone south. In order to survive, you've got to explore the planet, complete quests, and uncover the story behind the biomass infestation. The mod pack includes mods such as Botania, Tinker's Construct, Thumbcraft, and Hardcore Questing mode. Besides the already mentioned storyline, the mod pack adds stuff like magical artifacts, spells, or the quest system that will guide you through the mod pack's ins and outs. Blightfall has been popularized across YouTube by content creation legends, of course, like CaptainSparklez, Direwolf20, and you guessed it, the Yogscast. Blightfall remains a standout mod pack in the modding community because of its unique blend of story-driven gameplay, challenging survival elements, and a cohesive integration of various mods. All of those, combined with complex mechanics and the fresh experience the mod pack offers, makes it a mod pack that will be remembered forever. The next mod pack on our list offers a more relaxed yet still challenging skyblock experience. Project Ozone. Project Ozone includes a wealth of mods like Avarita, Draconic Evolution, and Botania. Released in 2016 by the Cazador Sniper, it quickly became a favorite among the modding community for its easy to enter but hard to master progression system. It still to this day has a strong community due to new versions being released, the latest one being Project Ozone 3. The mod pack itself adds lots of new content such as magic, over 1200 quests, advanced tools, crafting, and different difficulty levels. The core gameplay is still the same as every skyblock experience though. You start on a small island with minimal resources and must expand your base, automate processes, and explore other dimensions to gather resources. A lot of the mod packs are skyblock related, I'm realizing, and it's all basically skyblock plus. Even though Project Ozone sounds simple, it's still another iconic older mod pack that has stood the test of time, regardless of which version of it you choose. Let's talk now about one of the most popular mod packs on this list, CaptainSparklez Ultra Modded Survival. It was made in 2014 by a YouTuber called CaptainSparklez. Maybe you've heard of him, and if you haven't, I don't really know what to say. The mod pack adds a lot of new stuff, from technological advancements coming from mods like thermal expansion and industrial craft, to magical elements from Thaumcraft and Botania. You can automate processes, manage your resources much more efficiently, build advanced machines, discover new dimensions, and so much more. One of the things that made this mod pack so iconic is its replayability. If you look up a few gameplay videos featuring it, you will notice that every single one of them is unique and contains different elements of the game. Of course, CaptainSparklez himself started a series on YouTube where he played through the mod pack, which made it even more popular. Whether you are a fan of technology, magic, exploration, or combat, CaptainSparklez Ultra Modded Survival mod pack is definitely worth giving a try. Hashtag not sponsored. Even after so many years from its release if you haven't, or revisit his series on it just for the nostalgia trip. Finally, we have Steve's Galaxy. This space-themed mod pack, originally created by Lab Monkey, combines elements of advanced technology, chemistry, and exploration. Some of the mods it includes are the iconic Galactic Craft, Build Craft, Thermal Expansion, Mine Chem, or just another better barrel attempt. Some of the new features it adds to the game are space exploration, if you could have guessed, chemical research, which allows players to decompose items into their chemical components and recombine them into new substances, and a range of machines, pipes, and tools. Players must survive in a post-apocalyptic wasteland Earth and gather resources which will later be used to build a spacecraft to take advantage of Galactic Craft's planet exploration system to escape to a habitable planet. Spacecraft in Minecraft. Spacecraft craft. Anyway, Steve's Galaxy was just awesome. It supports multiplayer too, so a lot of fun could be had with friends, and it even inspired a few official servers utilizing the mod pack, like Steve's New Galaxy. It was released in 1.7.10 and sadly stayed in 1.7.10 forever, though there are a few fan-made recreations floating around out there. And that wraps up today's dose of Minecraft nostalgia. What other old mod packs do you remember that weren't on this list? I'll probably do a part 3 like I did with the Forgotten Mods video, so let me know what you got in the comments below for the trilogy. As for me, I make a lot of nostalgic content like this, so if you'd like to see more, make sure of course to subscribe and like the video as it helps me out a ton. I love you all so very much. Go play some Aether mod today, and I'll see you in the next video. Special thanks to my channel members on these signs, especially my knights Dark Dave, Ambi, Lou, Waterhulk09, Jinx, Elfka Blorp, Ladislav Lipka, Nickel, Jakemo, Ivarent, Oxtriel, Ui, Hardyboy Vibas, Wizard Madness, The Red Builder, Olivia, Darklight, Caden TMG, Green Fox 453, Mad Megan, Fantic, Ferret Wolf 95, Melon Siggy, Thomas Wellman Boyd, and Crimson, as well as my beloved Lord members A Blair, Creeper Kill 1736, Jake P 2013, the AB Rail Fan, Jazz This, and Dirty Dan.